Amid worries of crude oil price hikes, Punjab farmers are now stocking up on fuel. Russia and Ukraine are the key global suppliers of crude oil, with buyers in Asia and the Middle East. Russia is the third largest oil producer and the second largest oil exporter in the world. Diesel consumption by farmers increases significantly during the harvest season, which usually starts from the second week of April in Punjab. And so we're seeing some panic buying by farmers in the state.
Many parts of Punjab and Haryana, for the last couple of weeks, we have seen that farmers have been queuing up at fuel stations. They fear that due to Ukraine-Russia crisis and rising price of crude oil in the international market, maybe the government of India here will also sort of increase the prices of fuel.
कई जगह लोग जो हैं ज़्यादा तेल खरीद रहे हैं, चुनाव का आज आखिरी चरण है, कैसे देखते हैं आप इसको?
पर ये जो पेट्रोल वगैरह महंगा हो रहा है, ये है प्रॉब्लम तो है।
इलेक्शंस की वजह से हो रहा है या यूक्रेन रशिया की वजह से हो रहा है, इसको कैसे?
दोनों चीजें आ रही है इसमें तो।
इलेक्शन की वजह से भी हो सकता है और ये पीछे कच्चा तेल महंगा आ रहा है बोल रहे हैं, इस कारण भी हो सकता है।
Well, there is panic buying at many petrol stations across Chennai following speculation that the price of petrol could go up by 12 to 22 rupees a litre now that all elections are over and the final phase of elections are underway. Ms. Shivram, thank you very much. What made you go for filling up your tank?
Yeah, actually, I heard the news that the price of the petrol is going up. So actually, I was running out of petrol, so I came up to fill up the tank.
I heard that it's going to be increased by 15 to 20 rupees, but I'm not sure. It's all how it's going to happen. Because, till the election time, it was slowly, it's calm. So nobody was disturbing the public. And now at present, I think the elections are all over now. I think the government will do whatever he wants. Then if the petrol increases, then everything will be increasing. Transportation, everything, it will be a big hassle for public.
And let's go across to my colleague Himanshu, who's monitoring this story. Himanshu, I think this is what possibly is concerning people the most. Are we expecting, especially because of the elections, there were no increases in petrol prices, but those elections also over? Does this mean a price hike, fuel prices is imminent?
That's right, and that is what the senior oil industry official has told me. He said that it has been 123 days since we last revised the price of petrol and diesel in India. And in this period, from 4th November 2021 till 7th March 2022, the price of crude oil, the Brent crude especially, has risen by more than 60%, from $80 odd to $130 odd, which was the price at one time today. And this is the pressure that oil companies are now facing. Rupee, as we know, has fallen to its lowest ever level today. That essentially means that India's import bill is going to go up significantly. First, because of the rise in crude oil prices, and second, the weakening of the rupee. So clearly, the pressure is rising. We have been told by sources that at least 12 rupees per litre increase in petrol and diesel is very, very necessary for oil companies to keep their finances intact and ensure that not much burden is also passed on to the Aam Aadmi. But at the same time, oil industry sources are also saying that it depends on what the government will do now. Government has two options. One, to release additional stock of crude oil from its strategic petroleum reserves. And second, reduce the excise and VAT duties on petrol and diesel. So if the government takes any of these two decisions, then the burden that will be passed on to the Aam Aadmi, the price rise, of course necessitated by the Ukraine crisis, will be much less for the common people.
All right, thanks for that, Himanshu.